Welcome to Aiken This Week. I'm Emory Langston. I am privileged today to be here at the Sage Valley Golf Club to talk about such a special event in our community that has very far-reaching benefits. I'm being joined today by Tom Wyatt, who is the tournament chairman and the president of Sage Valley Golf Club, and Dave Christensen, who is the general manager here at Sage Valley. And we can't thank you enough for hosting us at your beautiful venue, and thank you for being here to talk with us.
Well, thank you, Emory.
This is a very special event. And Tom, I know that this is something that's very near and dear to your heart. So let's just jump right in and get started. And I want you to tell us a little bit about the history and mission of the tournament and how it came to be.
We were approached by one of our members, Paul Simon, back in 2009 about doing a fundraiser for Augusta First Tee, and we always wanted to do something here at Sage Valley that was good for junior golf, and we've always been involved with junior golf through another tournament we did for 13 years in Aiken called the Joe Wyatt Memorial, and that was a high school event, but we've never done something on a larger stage, a larger scale out here. And so when Paul approached us about the idea of doing a fundraiser for Augusta First Tee, we said, well, let's host a junior event here at Sage, and let's raise money through that junior tournament for Augusta First Tee. And then also we were starting an Aiken chapter of First Tee, so it was a no-brainer for us to get into it. And we've just always been real passionate about junior golf, growing the game, doing what's best for the game, and obviously starting at that level was a perfect fit.
And perfect timing.
Exactly.
Perfect timing. And I know that you were quite an accomplished golfer yourself.
Well, I don't know about accomplished, more of a team cheerleader, I guess, but I was good for moral support.
Well, very good. Tom, can you tell us, the mission of this tournament, with it being a Junior Invitational and the emphasis and the benefits that reach the First Tee program? Can you talk a little bit about what that mission is and the goals and objectives of that?
Yeah, the field is top 54 kids in the world, and then what we do through the tournament is provide funding for Augusta and Aiken First Tee, and that's been our main charity to this point, but we really want to raise money for other local charities, raise as much as we can on a local scale as well as national. It's been a very rewarding experience so far. We've been able to generate over $1 million to Aiken Augusta First Tee so far in just 6 years.
That is such a huge benefit for both of those programs. And the rich history that we have with sporting events here in our community, to be able to give that exposure of golf to those participants and really grow those programs is truly a phenomenal thing.
It's been a lot of fun, and as you said, golf is very important to this area, and to share that experience with kids throughout the world really is amazing. So.
Well, and we're so lucky to have, what an exceptional event. The top junior golfers in the world to convene on this stage, to see some great golf, just a win-win all the way around. So can you give us some history about Sage Valley Golf Club?
Sure. Back in 1999, we were able to acquire this property, and my father always wanted his own place, his own club, and golf's always been an important thing to us and something we've always done together ever since I started playing when I was 7. But having access to this land, hiring Tom Fazio to be our course designer, it was just a perfect fit and something we had just been so happy with. But we officially opened up October 1st, 2001, and we've been here 15 years and survived 9/11 and the downturn of '08, and we've just been very, very blessed to have the support we do from our membership and our staff as well.
Well, it is absolutely a beautiful venue.
Thank you.
And you are creating such a wonderful experience for all types of golfers. And with that, Dave, as the general manager, of Sage Valley. Can you talk to us about the Sage Valley culture and what that means?
Sure. The culture of Sage is the same culture that the Wyatt family brought to everything that they were involved in. It's the reason the tournament is such a success. That's just summed up in one word, and that's excellence. That we're focused here on one thing, and that's has nothing to do with making money or cutting costs or efficiencies. It's doing things better than anybody else does. When you have a staff that's dedicated to delivering excellence at every turn, you set yourself apart from everybody else, and there's no competition. And that's what we've done with the Junior Invitational Tournament, with Sage Valley. It's the most difficult task we've had at Sage Valley here has been to take Mr. Wyatt's vision and his dream and put it into action, because that he always says, if you can dream it, we can build it. And that's been the challenge that we've had here, and that's just focused around, if you do it better than anybody else, you focus on the little things, you exceed everybody's expectations. And our business plan is a small membership located around the world of people who want to entertain their friends and customers in an atmosphere unlike anybody else, and that business plan seems to be working.
Working very well, working very well. So we just thank you so much for being here and talking to us a little bit today. And the tournament will be April 21st through the 23rd. And I think what is truly exceptional is that badges are $5, and you can get those at the gate upon arrival. And children under 12 with an adult are free. So what an opportunity to come out to see this exceptional golf course, to see some wonderful golf, and to support a great mission.
We encourage everybody in the public to come out and see this. Tim Fincham described this tournament, who was the commissioner of the PGA, as the finest amateur event he's ever experienced anywhere. And for this community to have the opportunity to come out and experience it, we want to make sure the pricing is such that everybody has access to it.
Sure, sure. Well, I think you've done a marvelous job, and we so hope that folks will come out April 21st through the 23rd and see such an exceptional event. Thank you, gentlemen, for being with me today.
Thank you.
Emery.
Now here's a special viewing of the invitation video each of the 54 participants received in their personalized invitation package.
The Junior Invitational at Sage Valley brings together the best junior players from around the world to compete under the rules of golf on an exquisite course. These 54 players represent the future of the game, as well as the 9 core values of the First Tee: honesty, integrity, sportsmanship, respect, confidence, responsibility, perseverance, courtesy, judgment. Recognized as the #1 junior golf event by major golf publications every year since its existence, this tournament ensures the best and deepest field in all of junior golf. You have been selected as one of the top junior golfers in the world. Thanks to your achievements, you are now a few challenging rounds away from the coveted gold jacket at Sage Valley. Just outside of Augusta, Georgia, surrounded by several thousand acres of southern pine forest, majestic rolling hills and treacherous lakes, you'll compete against the best on a pristine course that will test every aspect of your game. Your invitation includes first-class amenities, a caddy, travel, food, lodging, and Nike night, a special evening with a surprise guest. The Junior Invitational at Sage Valley.
I'm here with Paul Simon, who is the Tournament Chair Emeritus for the Junior Invitational. Mr. Simon, thank you so much for taking a few minutes to talk with us today about this world-class event here at Sage Valley.
Thank you.
My first question for you is, how did you become involved with the Junior Invitational?
Well, about over 20 years ago, we started the First Tee in Augusta. I was chairman of a group that put it together. And over time, we talked about having a golf tournament. And so one day at one of our meetings, about, I guess, 8 years ago, it came up about where we could have such a tournament, and it would have been a local tournament, you know, with kids and so forth. But it was I was asked to talk to Weldon Wyatt about holding it over here. Well, I didn't think Weldon would do that, but because you don't normally have tournaments here at Sage Valley. But I did, and Weldon said, well, I won't do that, but here's something I've been thinking about. Let's talk about it. So after us visiting for a while, that was the beginning of the Junior Invitational, and so we started planning for it then, and it took us. Well, we could have held a tournament a year earlier than we did, but this is our 6th year now, so that's where I got started, and so Weldon and I started it, and we set some goals. The idea was that the beneficiary of the tournament would be the Aiken and Augusta chapters of the First Tee, and so it's been able to do that. So.
Well, it is just a tremendous event, as we were talking before we got started today. A world-class event with such accessibility for these young folks. Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about why that charitable giving piece and the support of the First Tee is so important.
Well, these chapters of the First Tee are very expensive to operate, and because what you try to do is offer as much of the services that you provide, the use of the golf course, the range, at no charge to the kids if they cannot afford it. You know, if they can't afford to play, you're going to allow them to play. So most of our kids in Augusta, and I think likewise in Aiken, are on a scholarship. So it takes a lot of money to do that.
Sure.
And so that's the reason this comes along at a good time to provide economic benefits to both chapters.
Yes, yes, and again, that accessibility is just really incredible. What do you feel the biggest impact from the Junior Invitational to the First Tee program is?
Well, obviously financial would
Certainly,
be the biggest benefit,
yes.
But also I think these kids, we use the kids over here from both Augusta and Aiken to help with the tournament, and I think they really enjoy doing that, and they get a lot of benefits out of getting to know these young players and see that there's opportunity for some of them. Of course, all of them can't be a professional golfer, but the things that they learn from the First Tee chapters, as well as being with these kids and other golfers, is just beneficial to the kids.
Sure, sure. To have that inspiration from somebody who's not that much older than they are.
Exactly.
And to see what they're able to do.
Exactly.
Very powerful.
And what we found here in our tournament at Sage Valley is that these kids all, as they come here as if they have been a First Tee participant, because they're very kind, they get along well together and so forth. So that's good for these kids to be around that.
Well, it is, and what the First Tee molds and cultivates with the 9 principles of play and life and standards just truly translates.
Exactly, that's true.
Mr. Simon, thank you so much for taking a few minutes today to talk with us.
Thank you. I'll talk about this anytime.
Well, very good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
In 2015, Nike brought in professional golfer Rory McIlroy for a surprise clinic with guests and a private dinner with the players. Here's a peek at some of the after-hours fun during tournament week.
For me, it's become one of the most important things that I do each and every year is set goals. It's always good to write those goals down, but it's also good to write down what you need to do to achieve those goals. So you could say I want to become the best junior player in America, the best junior player in the world, but what do you need to do to achieve those? Well, I need to improve this, and I need to work on that. And they're the real goals. They're the little, I call them process goals, and if you can work hard and achieve those, it makes the ultimate goal a lot easier to get to.
So what do you guys think? Can he hit it farther than Rory McIlroy? I don't know. Rip this. I got to play with this driver this year. I need to get a picture of his face after that drive, not the back of his head. It's the biggest snap I've ever seen. Okay, yeah. Ready, set, go! That's my field, ladies.
I'm being joined by some participants of our First Tee programs here in our community. Ebony Smith,
Hi.
who is a sophomore at Davidson Fine Arts in Augusta, and with Rachel Keston, who is a senior at South Aiken. Ladies, thank you both very much for joining us today and being here just to take a few time to talk to us about your participation with First Tee.
Thank you for inviting me.
Sure.
Thank you for inviting us.
Well, I just have a couple of questions that I want to run down for both of you to get a sense of your participation in the First Tee over the past few years. So, Ebony, we'll start with you. How long have you been participating in First Tee?
I've been with the First Tee since I was about 8 years old, so about 8 years.
Wow. And Rachel, how long have you been participating?
I've been with the First Tee of Aiken since it's open, so for about 6 years.
Wow. And I know it's been, obviously both of you have enjoyed your experience with the First Tee. So what do you like about the First Tee, Ebony?
Well, the First Tee is more like a family rather than a program where we go to play golf. We learn life skills, we learn how to be kind to one another, and sportsmanship, winning or losing with grace.
That is so important, so very important. What about for you, Rachel?
Like she said, the First Tee has become my second family. I know they've always been there for me through really hard times and through really great times. And I, too, have learned very valuable life skills and core values, and it's just been a really great experience.
So I know the First Tee has the 9 core values
that
they instill in all of the participants of the program. And that is something that you ladies seem to really exude. Well, Ebony, tell me some things that you have learned while you have been a participant in First Tee.
Well, like you said, the 9 core values have really played a very large part in my life. When I go through situations, I just kind of think back to those 9 qualities. What would I do in this situation, and how to be wise when making decisions.
Sure.
I've learned a lot of life skills that help me kind of take a step back whenever times get frustrating. One is called STAR, Stop, Think, Anticipate, Respond. And whenever something really challenging happens either on or off the golf course, I can always use that and kind of compose myself and get back to being positive and, you know, putting my best step forward.
Sure. That is so important too, Rachel, and I'm sure that you can apply that in any situation in life and on the golf course. Yeah. Really helps on the golf course too, I'm sure.
Yes.
Well, Rachel, let me start with you on this one. How do you feel that the First Tee has impacted you?
It's impacted me a lot. I remember when I first started, someone came up to me and shook my hand my first day at the First Tee of Aiken. And I just kind of stared at them, and I was so shy. And now I've been able to travel across the country through national opportunities, and shaking someone's hand and meeting new people is, you know, it's something I'm very comfortable with now. And I've learned to grow into a young kid, into, you know, a young adult, and it's just been a great experience.
What about you, Ebony?
Well, like she said, before I joined the First Tee, I was very shy. I didn't really like to talk to people. But now I'm kind of really open into meeting new people, and especially like national opportunities. Like I went to the Eagle and Ace Golf Academy in Tennessee and met people from all over the U.S. and it was really fun. We played golf together for a week, meeting new friends across the country.
Meeting new people with this wonderful interest and joy that they have for the game of golf, as I know you do. So now, Ebony, how are you going to be participating in the Junior Invitational that's coming up?
Well, I hope to volunteer like around the concession stand, but I also plan to play the course actually.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Very good. And Rachel?
The same. I plan to play during the practice round days where the juniors play, and then I'm also going to volunteer and do whatever they need me to do the last day of the tournament.
Sure, sure. And have you both been out here before for the tournament?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So give me one thing that just really stood out to you from participating before, Ebony.
Well, when I played this course, it was very beautiful, like comparing it to all the other courses in this area. Like the grass is always so nicely mowed, and it just is a crime to play on the course, basically. So I really enjoyed playing the course.
And seeing the course. What about you, Rachel?
Like the course is really beautiful, and to this day I can't get over how green it is. And then it's always fun playing with new people, because I know I've played with juniors from around the country, and one year I even played with a junior from Ireland, so that was really fascinating to like hear his accent. And then he also really didn't like pine straw, like because they don't have that in Ireland, I guess. So that was really fun to see him like work through the pine straw.
It's difficult for folks who know how to deal with it, so I can only imagine. I bet that was a lot of fun. What does the future hold for you, Rachel?
Well, I'm a senior, so next year I'm going to go to Presbyterian College, and I'm going to major in pre-pharmacy. So I'm really looking forward to that, and then I'm going to try to find a local First Tee chapter near me and volunteer there just as I do in Aiken.
Very good. What about you, Ebony?
Well, I plan to get a golf scholarship to the college of my choice, preferably High Point University or Duke University, and I kind of want to take it all the way and go into the LPGA.
Well, good. That is wonderful. That's a wonderful wonderful goals for both of you. Well, I can't thank you both enough for being here and taking a few minutes to talk to us about your experiences with the First Tee. They seem to be very positive, and I wish you both the best of luck in your future endeavors and playing golf, and looking forward to seeing you on the LPGA, Ebony, and having Rachel as a pharmacist in our future. So thank you, ladies, both so much.
Thank you.
The Junior Invitational is excited to welcome new partner PGA Reach, the charitable foundation of the PGA of America. As these images will demonstrate, PGA Reach is an incredible addition to the team that will help further the mission of both the First Tee and the tournament.
Today, the PGA of America stands as the world's largest working sports organization. But its core mission, promoting interest in the game of golf, has never changed. That's why in 2015, the PGA of America made its philanthropic arm, PGA Reach, a core focus of the association.
PGA Reach is important to the game because golf is a game for all. We make golf inclusive, introducing the game to youth and military veterans, as well as make the game accessible to individuals with cognitive and physical challenges.
There are 3 pillars to PGA Reach: youth, diversity and inclusion, and our nation's military. The core focus of the PGA Reach youth pillar is centered on PGA Junior League Golf, a fun, social, and inclusive opportunity for boys and girls to learn and play golf in a recreational, team-based league format.
Junior League made me realize that golf is what I want to do with my life, and that's the place I want to be with my life, and that's just what I want to do.
Give me a good finish, Hunter. Finish. Good. Hold it. Hold it. See how you did that? What? You know, I've always asked myself questions. Photo finish, baby. When I leave this earth, am I making an impact? I want to make a difference in a young person's life. There you go. Great shot, Reese. Reese can be a little introverted, but through this Junior League program, his confidence, I mean, it's just been amazing. Good putt, Reese.
I would say he's made me a little more passionate about golf. He's made me a little more passionate about what I do.
It has opened up a world of possibilities for him, not just in making him a better golfer, but making him a better person.
I think he's a really big inspiration. If I wasn't for him, I wouldn't be where I am today.
Oh, good swing, Reese.
The PGA Reach Diversity and Inclusion pillar strives to make the game accessible to individuals with cognitive and physical challenges. One initiative of this pillar is bringing golf to youth on the autistic spectrum. Today, PGA Reach partners with the L's for Autism Foundation in developing a national series of Game On clinics.
Really, the PGA of America really taking it on with us and going nationwide with this Game On clinics. I think it's going to really help the autism community, parents and kids alike.
The flagship golf program of the PGA Reach military pillar is PGA Hope, which stands for Helping Our Patriots Everywhere. PGA Hope introduces the game to military veterans, enhancing their physical, social, mental, and emotional well-being.
And I think that what golf has done they've made a very conscious effort at making sure that there are programs that our veterans can take part in.
And let the club go to where it wants to go to, and that'll be your starting point.
We have a treatment program in recreation therapy where we use the therapeutic modalities of golf as treatment and a process for our veterans.
And when I take the club back and come back, it's square.
If you have legs or you don't have legs, golf doesn't discriminate at all.
Come on, Sailor. Sailor.
Gary's a bilateral amputee. He doesn't get out of his house much.
You don't find a lot of guys to play golf with when you're in a wheelchair. You know, the boys you used to play with, they don't call it.
I think it means the world to Gary. I really do.
Oh! Ah!
It gives him a sense of purpose and a sense of being again.
Swinging the club like this.
You're trying to make it go up by getting your hands involved in the club. Okay.
When you watch these guys and gals out on the range and they finally understand what you're trying to tell them and they do what you try to tell them and they hit that first perfect shot.
There you go. That's it.
You got to look at their face and go, man, that is the best look I've seen. I mean, it just, your whole heart just goes, boom. It's not just us reaching out to help the veterans. It's the veterans reaching out to other veterans saying, you got to come try this because if I can do it, I know you can do it.
I'm being joined by Elaine Barnhill, who is the tournament coordinator for the Junior Invitational. Elaine, thank you for taking a few minutes to talk to us today.
Thank you for having me.
I can only imagine that this event takes so much planning, people, coordination to pull off a world-class event that this is, pulling in players from around this country and internationally. So could you just kind of give us a peek about what it takes to pull off this event?
Well, you're right. It takes a lot of people. There's myself, and we have a committee that has about 25 people on it that run different portions of our week, and they manage more than 200 volunteers, and it's a year-round process. So we will finish the last of April. We will say thank you to everyone, and by the middle of May, we will be starting on 2017. So it's that part is wonderful, and we have such an amazing group of people who volunteer all of their time to make this happen. Not to mention the staff at Sage Valley, that it would not happen without this golf club. Their attention to detail and what they provide for everybody for the week is just phenomenal. So it is definitely a very big group effort to make all of this happen for everyone.
It truly is. Just the excellence that comes from everything that I have seen just in the short time that I have been here is truly amazing. And I know that people piece is so vitally important.
Absolutely.
Your volunteers and your partners, can you talk a little bit about that?
It does. The volunteer pool that we pull from comes a lot from the First Tee of Aiken and the First Tee of Augusta, who have been recipients of our funds from the beginning. And in turn, they send us this amazing talent of volunteers that help us do everything out here and keep us all organized. And in addition to them, sponsors that we have that allow us to provide for everyone. You know, Electrolux since the beginning has been incredible. Nike does an amazing job with everyone. We are introducing Floor this year as our competitor amateur sponsor and are excited to have them with us. And the list goes on and on of people who have provided things for us.
Sure, to make this really
Absolutely.
neat event happen. So if somebody's coming to the tournament, they want to want to come out and see this great golf, what can they expect logistically coming in?
Well, we hope we've made everything as easy as possible. When you arrive on property, parking is free, and it will be to your left. It's very easily marked once you come in the main gate. Admissions is a very short walk down. Our badges for general admission are $5, and that gets you in all 3 days. And we have merchandise for sale. You will have access to the Pro Shop, where you can purchase both Sage Valley merchandise and Junior Invitational merchandise. We also have merchandise for sale at the Halfway House, which is also where you will find concessions. And then it's just access to a beautiful golf course and hopefully a beautiful, beautiful day out on the property.
Yes, indeed. We're certainly going to be hoping for that beautiful weather.
Exactly.
In April. So that's really exciting, and what a tremendous opportunity to have, to be able to buy a tournament badge for $5 that carries you through 3 days,
Yep.
to have this access.
We really want the community to come out and enjoy it and see what we're able to provide for everyone. It's just kind of our gift to them.
Thanks, Elaine, for taking a few minutes with us today.
Thank you.
We hope that all of you will come out to support the Junior Invitational here at the Sage Valley Golf Club April 21st through the 23rd. Admission for children 12 and under is free with an adult, and tournament badges are only $5. This is a wonderful opportunity to come out and see this remarkable golf course, see some great golf, and to support our local First Tee programs here in our community. Thanks for joining us for Aiken This Week, and we'll see you next time.